Alright, so here's the second game of this Viserai versus Kassai match. So we had a rematch right after that first game because it was kind of quick. So let's take a look. So I'm first player again. I have kind of a, again, I have kind of a strange hand. So I think when I was deciding with this game, I thought partially the reason I'm playing this is for skirmish practice. I thought maybe I should try and play a little bit more conservatively. So I think in this turn, I'm just going to play the mortared out, crack the quill hand, and play Maverick Skies, and then pass with meet and greet to not let them filter. And I thought if I create a lot of rune chance, if I get a Sonata, then I have a pretty good next turn. And even if I don't, then I have a lot of rune chance. So that's what I end up doing. I debate a little bit back and forth, like what am I going to do? Because the other option is, of course, I could just play the Marvian Skies, right? And then I'd come in with the meet and greet. But it's turn one, so they can just block for free. So there's not really that much benefit to do that and shoot all the rune chance right now rather than accruing them and getting some Sonata value later. I don't draw the Sonata, but I have 3 blues and Spellblade. It's not ideal, but that's okay. So coming with Nourishing, it's because I guess I should have expected that. So this makes things pretty sad for me, I think. So because they're gonna have an arsenal, they're gonna have a 6-card hand next turn, and uh, so right now, on my turn, um, they have 6 cards, so I kind of need to take as many cards as I can out of their hand in order to live, but that's going to be a little bit hard. So I'm going to just come in with Spellblade Strike and hope that they don't. Well, I'm hoping that they block a little bit, or try and pitch to deal with the rune chance. But there are a couple ways I can go about this turn. Like either I can play the meet and greet and hope that they don't block the rune chance and then go again, but I think that's less appealing than me coming in with the Spellblade Assault, creating 2 rune chance. I'm still floating 1, so I can activate creepers, which is what I'm going to do in a second once they finish blocking with their gigantic hand. Or using any of their equipment. Warrior's in a pretty good spot because they have lots of good equipment. Kassai in particular gets to play Blood on her hands, which I think I mentioned in other videos. Just a very, very ridiculous card. It's good. It's good for assuming you want to design cards for Blitz. It's a good card that's well designed for Blitz. So that's what happens. He blocks. Or my opponent blocks with some of the equipment. So it's 4-4. When I have 2 in the back end, I end up using creepers to play this Maverick Skies out, which is good because it's going to let me play the meet and greet, which has going in because of the rune chance hitting. So it's coming in with 2 more rune chance, creates another one on the back, and I'll be able to come in with Rosetta for a bit more damage to keep, and that'll definitely keep creepers alive. And actually, he doesn't even have no rune in this game, so it's, well, I guess Arcanite Skullcap is technically, but that doesn't really matter. So now he's playing. He has Outline Skirmish, which is gonna buff their hand by a lot. He's coming with the Sabers for 5. I think I debate how am I gonna block it on the next turn because I have Mordred and Read the Runes, but I don't have Sonata, so I can create a bunch of rune chants, but I'm not gonna be able to use most of the rune chants. So that creates 1 copper, and let's see. Oh, second swing is this is coming in for 7. So I think I might end up taking this, and I probably should have just blocked it out and tried to blocked it with like 2 cards from hand, and just played Mordred Read the Runes pass. But I think I don't do that. No, I think that's actually quite an error. Let's see what I take. If I take all the damage, because the problem is the problem right now is they're gonna be at 3, I think, copper tokens. Yeah, so if they're at 3, if any of these cards in their hand is a blood on their hands, I'm basically dead, right? Which is, I think, a pretty reasonable assumption if they're on the top quarter of their deck. And I think, in this last turn, I probably should have blocked that out, probably just entirely, and then just either like Arsenal Mordred, right? Mordred Tide, or at least blocked the Arcanite Skull, amplify the Arcanite. And on this next turn, since I'm not going to be able to fire anything, I should have just blocked at the creepers. So I think that was a basic gameplay mistake, and that's going to come back to bite me here. So I play this round on me. It's going to draw them an extra card. I'm hoping it debuffs their hand a little bit. That probably is not the right move there. I think I might have mentioned in another video why I was playing that card in Viserai, but and mostly I want to play it on turns where I think I'm trying to draw into a piece to actually do lethal. And that obviously was not the turn to do it, so I don't think that's right. I did draw in the Sonata, it's going to be one turn too, like I'm at 4, and they played Blood on their hands. So let's see what modes do they end up activating. Let's see here. I guess they haven't chosen yet. I think it should show up in the log. Yeah, let me pause for a second. Gives a weapon go again, gives a weapon a second attack, gives a weapon a second attack. So each one's going to be able to attack twice, and the first one's going to get go again. So effectively, it's going to be able to attack minimum 4 times, which is a lot of damage. So, oh yeah, and you crack courage, so it's all just going to be free. And I think this is going to be the end of Poor Viserai here. So Warrior's Valor comes in, it's going to come in for 4. Get my skull cap value. Unfortunately, he's not going to. Sorry, my opponent's not going to break the chain at any point. So I think I'm just going to be completely dead. Yeah, push forward. That's 4 dominate. That's hard to deal with. So I do live through it down to 1, but my opponent has 2 more attacks left. That blocks, and assuming the next attack, and considering Gorganian Tome doesn't block, there's no way for me to really live through the next attack. I mean, I guess I can throw at the skeleton at the problem, but I don't think that's going to help me. Yeah, well, it's 5 dominate anyway, so it doesn't matter. I can only block a total of 3. Yeah. So that was Kassai. Doing this. This is the second game, so my opponent and I end up splitting our 2 quick blitz matches. I think all told this took a grand total of 15 or something minutes, because that's just blitz for you. So I think this game is a pretty good example of how some key misblocks against Warrior can really cascade into just a powerful turn. My opponent played very well, and they did all the right things, and they saw a very key opportunity, I think, to come in and come just completely over the top of my Visar's rune chance, and they did it. So that's the game. Thanks for watching.